a sci-fi first-person shooter with more ups and downs than a roller coaster. It's got some thrilling sequences, like an on-rails sequence where you take on a land-based aircraft carrier and a tense battle through a South American village. On the opposite side of the coin, Haze possesses awful artificial intelligence and a shallow, obnoxious story with simply abysmal dialogue.
Why doesn't the general tell that skin coat guy to go suck some balls?
This is a game of absolutes that will have you hating it one moment and loving it the next.
My name is Shane Carpenter. I was born into a world of war.
You play as Shane Carpenter, a soldier for Mantel Global Industries. Mantel is a giant corporation that lends soldiers for hire to entire countries. And to keep its mercenaries effective, it keeps them constantly hopped up on a performance-enhancing drug called Nectar. On the other side of the coin is the freedom-fighting force known as the Promised Hand, which is trying to expose the evils of the drug and bring down Mantel. It's a great premise, but the story itself is a disaster. Every Mantel trooper acts like an obnoxious, overgrown frat boy, and they spew out horrendous, chest-pounding, one-dimensional dialogue.
So, you gotta take them down before they can pick it up. Boosh!
Eventually, you'll get to know the rebel outlaws, but they're about as angelic as the troopers are despicable. The dreadful story is made worse by a bunch of overacting hams that sound like they're trying to figure out who can sound more like a caveman. Nectar is the core gimmick to Haze's gameplay. You can inject yourself with it during battle, and doing so makes enemies glow, makes you less vulnerable to fire, and has some other benefits. Soon into the game, however, you're going to gain a different set of abilities. So you'll be able to play dead for a short time if you take a few hits, at which point your enemies will ignore you. You'll also be able to turn standard grenades into Nectar grenades, which will cause troopers to OD, and you have a few other advantages, such as an enhanced dodge move. When things come together, Haze can be pretty entertaining. There isn't a large variety of weapons, but the guns are fun to shoot and have the right weight and feel to them. There are also a number of high-quality level designs, like one outside an observatory or another within a raided village. These set-piece battles can be pretty rousing, especially if you have a friend join you. Every mission is available in co-op play for up to 4 people. Sadly, these levels are populated with the dumbest opponents you'll face in a shooter all year. Opponents will run right past you, face the wall while you walk right up to them, refuse to take cover, and completely ignore grenades when one lands at their feet. You're usually accompanied by squad mates, and they're not any better. They'll run around aimlessly, and sometimes squad mates and enemies will circle around each other for 30 seconds in a joyous dance of stupidity. The competitive multiplayer is fine, but with only 3 modes and 6 maps, it's a little scant. The main gimmick here is how differently each side plays. Unfortunately, things get a little unbalanced in deathmatch and team deathmatch, because playing dead is a powerful defensive move and tends to give rebels the upper hand. Assault mode is the best of the 3 modes, and the objective-based gameplay can create some tense moments. You can fill out unranked deathmatches with bots, which is nice, but they're governed by the same dreadful AI from the campaign, so you're better off pretending the option just doesn't exist. Throw in lackluster visuals and some mediocre vehicle sections, and you have a game that can be both really enjoyable and downright unpleasant, depending on what portion you're playing through. The bottom line is that while some veteran shooter fans will enjoy what Haze offers, it comes nowhere close to the high-quality experience offered by the best games in the genre, and it's too inconsistent and mean-spirited to outright recommend.